So in this video, I'm gonna have a kind of a cheaper knife, around a $50 knife, around a $100 knife, and then around a $200 knife. So my everyday carry knife journey kind of just started with cheap plastic handled G10 knives, and they would dull real fast. And you know, I really didn't, I knew I wanted to carry a knife every day, but I didn't want to jump into it because I figured I would just lose it. So after a while, I realized I really needed to step up my everyday carry knife game. So that's what brought me to the Kershaw Dividend. Now, I love this knife, okay? I don't carry it, but there's a reason. So this one is, you can see it comes like this olive drab, I think, color. Got a nice flipper, really great action. I love the opening action. To close it, you do this. It's got a deep carry clip, which I was very, very into when I got this knife. It also has a hole for a lanyard, okay? The steel on this is D2, the actual cutting side. It's got two metals, so the bottom one is a different steel. This isn't really just something different. The top one here, on this case where you're looking at it, this is the D2. This is what actually holds the blade. D2 is around a middle of the road, I would say, steel for knives. It's like tool steel. It's pretty good, keeps an edge. I had to sharpen this every few weeks. I love this knife. It got a lot of use. You can see it's got dents, and it's a great knife. The only reason why I moved on from this knife is because I lost. Now, when I lost the knife, I lost this. This was a $100 knife. I was very upset. Basically felt like I just took a $100 bill, cut it up, and threw it out. So I wasn't about to go out and replace this with another $100 knife. Instead, I actually went down in quality, and I moved on to the Kershaw Leek. Okay, so the reason why it's orange is because, well, I lost this one and I thought I lost it outside and I couldn't find it because it's green. So I got an orange one. This comes in a bunch of different colors, but this is a Kershaw Leek, 50 bucks. Very nice knife. Nice opening action. You can see mine is a little slow. It's been used a lot. I think you can actually replace the spring inside, but I really like this knife. US made, they're all US made. I did a couple things to customize this. I removed the clip, first of all. I didn't want a clip. And I added a lanyard. The reason why I added a lanyard, first of all, it gives you something to hold on to, and also it's for indexing. So when this thing's in your pocket, right, when you pull it out, you kind of can index it and know exactly where the blade's gonna be. The thing I did to customize this one is I actually removed the lock. The lock was dumb in my case, in my opinion. It just was basically hindering me. And this was my knife for a while. This one here is lower end blade steel than this one. Kept an edge for a few weeks and I have to sharpen it a lot. Again, this is a $50 knife, this is a $100 knife, okay? Obviously I found this one because I did lose it, but I found it. But I still, after I found this one, I actually stayed with this one. I didn't upgrade. I said, you know, I don't think I need that Dividend. And I think this is a great everyday carry knife for anyone that's looking for a budget option, like around 50 bucks. And you can get this in like a billion different colors. This is my newest everyday carry. I've had this about 4 months, 5 months now, and I can without a doubt tell you that this will be my favorite and is my favorite everyday carry knife. This is a Benchmade 945 Osborne Mini. Okay, so they do make this in full size, so they make it a little bit longer, the handle and the blade, but I looked at both. I like this one better. I just like this size. It's around 3.5, 4 inches, okay? No big deal. You can see the size of my hand. I really like this one for everyday carry. All right, so a couple features I really like about this is just the handle. It's aluminum. I like aluminum. I like metal, knives, all metal. I don't like any plastic in my knife. The opening mechanism, now it doesn't have the flipper like the two Kershaws, right? So it's a little slower. It doesn't have that. So, you know, you can open it this way, right? And then it locks. You can see there's a locking mechanism there. Locks, no big deal, which I like. Or if you really practice, you can open it like that, right? Now this steel here, this is the S30V. This is the highest in blade steel. I can tell. This months old, never sharpened it. It's still sharp as anything. I'm not gonna do any sharpening test here on paper. I think that's ridiculous. You know, knives are as sharp as they need to be. If you want the blade, a knife to be as sharp as you want it to be all the time, you can do that. You just keep sharpening it. These will all hold a blade an edge very well. A couple things I don't like about it, or maybe one thing, is kind of this clip. I wish it had a deep carry clip, but you can add that. You can get that on Benchmade's website. Also, for some reason, I don't know why they didn't add like a lanyard, a spot for like a lanyard hole, like this one, so that I can have the option to take this off and add a lanyard. Again, the lanyard's nice because it's for indexing. When you pull it out, you know exactly where the knife is. You know you're on the right side. You're not pulling it upside down. But I'm telling you, This thing is amazing. When I put my hand in my pocket to grab this thing, it brings joy to me every single time. I can't even express how much I like this knife. I mean, I kind of compare it to, you know, your iPhone. I don't know, my iPhone, yeah. You know when you have an iPhone and you take the cover, you have a covers on your phone, right? When you take the cover off of your iPhone and you just hold it without a cover, you're always like, like it's so nice, you know? That's the same feeling I get from this Osborne. I never would have expected to spend this much. I lusted over this for years. And I told myself if I could keep this knife without losing it for years, I would jump up to this one. This one's around 200 bucks. This is the most expensive one. But I'm telling you, I just love this knife. The options here, I would kind of suggest to anyone that's looking to get a knife, this is around a $50 knife, this is around a $100 knife, and this is around a $200 knife. All right, these are all great options. The Dividend is definitely the biggest, the longest, if you see them side by side or kind of lined up like that. They all have around a 3-inch blade. I think that 3-inch blade is completely fine for normal people. Interesting enough, my Osborne's actually the smallest of the other ones, so that's okay. I did notice that the Dividend is bigger than the Leek, so if you see that, they are definitely bigger. And like I said, this is definitely the smallest, so this is even smaller than the Leek. All aluminum. They can all get purchased from Amazon, so I'll put a link down to these two knives down below. I'll look on Amazon. I've seen these on Amazon, but I've also seen a lot of things online where they have counterfeit Benchmades on Amazon, so I don't know, like, I don't know. I'll put a link down below, but I would just, if you're gonna pick this up, I would use caution if you're picking it up online, like on Amazon. You know, probably better to go to either like a gun store, they usually sell Benchmades, or you can go to benchmade.com or bladeheadquarters.com or something like that. But, you know, it might not be better to do that. But I'm telling you, this is such a simple device, but this brings me a lot of joy every single day. I found my DIY TV. Please like, please subscribe, please share, and I'm out.